What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play Megaman 3. In the last episode, we finished off the Robot Masters and got going on the Dock Robots. In this episode, we're going to finish off the Dock Robots, take down a special guest, and start off the Wily stages. But we're going to get going with Needleman's Revisited stage. And you'll find that this time it's a little bit spikier. It's still not bad, though, because we have our awesome music. But anyways, sorry for the lack of Mega Man 3 lately. I've been really busy at the hospital. I usually get up around 6:30 to go into the hospital in Shadow. But, yeah, I get there like 6:30, and then I'm there till probably 4:30 in the OR. And afterwards, I get home, probably like 5:30-ish, and I have to grab dinner, and then I go to tutor for at least an hour and a half. And that takes up plenty of time. And then when I finally get home for the night, I'm so tired and I want to spend time with my brothers that it just is really difficult to record sometimes. So, sorry about that. But I will be uploading some more in the future. Quick note here, Rush Jet is really quite broken because you only use up weapon energy when you're actually on Rush Jet. And so if you just jump a lot while you're on him, it'll make it a lot easier to conserve weapon ammo. So now we are fighting an Airman Dock Robot, not Doke Robot. His tornadoes are actually much more dodgeable this time, I guess you could say, because you can slide. He's still kind of difficult though, because he does a lot of damage, and it's Airman, please. But we did pretty well there. So we're just going to keep on moving. Now this part can be really annoying. You absolutely need Rush Jet here. So if you die, you're pretty much screwed over. You'll be able to pick up weapon energy along the way. It's just that it gets really tedious, and darn, I didn't think I'd get hit. But oh well, as long as you camp along the top of the screen here, you can take out these dragonfly enemies relatively quickly, and like the parachute enemies will fall before you actually reach them. So that's nice. And yeah, this can get really annoying because if you run out of Rush Jet, you have to essentially give yourself a game over and start completely over. Yeah. That feeling that you get when you die and you're like, oh shoot, I don't have Rush Jet, I can't even get started in this part of the level. Yeah, it sucks. So, avoid it. Heed my words and avoid it. But, yay, we got to the end. So, we're just gonna refill our Rush Jet a little bit. And we're gonna refill a little bit more up here. Yeah, Rush Jet is pretty awesome. It's more of like a helicopter than a jet, according to like Rome. How do you say his name? Rome Mithril, I think. Yeah, and I can agree because you can move around in multiple directions and stuff. Now this boss can get really annoying really fast because he can just hover on that like middle to upper section forever, and he rarely comes into your range. And so that can really draw out this fight, and it gets really annoying. Though it can help for farming for health energy and such. And we beat him, and we don't get any health energy, we only got weapon energy there. Gosh, that's surprising. But, oh well, what you gonna do about it? Here we have some cool little flying Meteors. Always funny. Gotta love Meteors, they're so adorable. But hopefully one of them gives us life energy, and gosh, we are just not getting lucky with these item drops. Okay, that's good enough. And now we have another giant Meteor. It is possible to take him out with like one solid trigger finger buster shot, and why is my game lagging there? Gosh, it wouldn't let me hit the B button. It's so frustrating. My controller still wishes it were in the 80s. It's fighting against me. Oh well, what you gonna do? After this one, I just like to wait out this enemy and then jump over him. We got some nice life energy here for a relatively easy fight against a Crashman Dock Robot who's weak to the Hard Knuckle. The Hard Knuckle becomes progressively more important throughout the game, which is kind of funny. But this is an interesting battle because it won't actually start until you do something. I'll just run back and forth across the stage. He's running away from me, no! Oh, wait, he's gonna get me, he's gonna get me! Nope, turns around. This will go on for minutes, hours if you just wait here. But I don't have that time, and nor do you, so we're going to fight And, oh, darn it, random jump there, but that's alright. Only takes 4 hard knuckles, and what's nice is you can actually direct the hard knuckle with the D-pad after you fire it. If you hit up or down, you can angle it, which is nice. It makes that battle a lot easier. And so now that we've done that, we are going to go on to Shadowman's revisited level, and in my opinion, the Doc Robot levels are harder than the Wily stages. So we get to revisit these really cool sewers. I'm excited for that. Except these spikes are pretty intimidating. But we are going to take him down like a champ. And this part is pretty much meant to screw over impatient speedrunners who just want to fly all over the level and end up running into the spikes, which is really sad. So many lost Mega Man souls. It's alright though. I will avenge their deaths. Here we have some cool platforms. Well, cool I guess isn't exactly the right word. Annoying because, as you saw, they drop, so you only have a split second to actually... Oh, darn it. Come on. Why didn't the light go back on when I killed that thing? Oh well. Here we have a bottomless pit, so I don't want to deal with that, so I'm just gonna chill on Rush Jet and fly right over them. It makes life a lot easier, and save a lot of stress, a lot of frustration, a lot of raging hard, after you just barely miss the jump, or you'll slowly lose ground on the platforms, and eventually fall, and that kind of sucks. But, luckily we made it here with full health, so it's gonna be needed. We have to fight a Woodman Doc Robot, and the thing is, his leaf shield is a lot more difficult to dodge this time around because the Doc Robot is so much larger than Woodman. So I'm gonna do my best for you guys, but didn't exactly turn out as well as I would have expected. That's alright, because we still take him down like a champ, and we're gonna keep on moving, and we get a nice little health boost right over here, so that we can take on these... You know, now that I think about it, I don't know what these enemies are called. But whatever they throw at you, it's not too difficult to dodge. You can just slide underneath them and take them out right afterwards. Now this part, be very careful and use top spin wisely. And like I just tried to do, but here, see, if these parachute guys fall on the platform in front of me, it's possible to take them out. It's just that I've been killed so many times from knockback after landing on a platform that these guys were like hovering over that I just don't even want to risk it anymore. I just hate when that happens so much, like I almost just did, and I'm caving under pressure. Sorry about that. I'm really bad at hitting the frogs once they're actually like on my platform. But you know what, it's alright. I'm probably gonna need to use an E-tank, but it happens to everyone. It's alright. Who do we have here? Yeah, that's right. We have Heatman, who, you know, your guys are right. Like, in Mega Man 2, Heatman was a joke, and yeah, you're right. But here he's larger, shoots more fire, and is less predictable. So he's a lot more difficult in this game. Just trust me on that. So we're going to use our Shadow Blade and do our best. And forget the rest. I don't know if you guys do P90X, but I have, and I love it, but that's one of Tony Horton's sayings. Do your best, and forget the rest. And you know what? It's actually not a bad motto. We're doing alright against this guy. He's actually one of the more difficult Doc Robots in my opinion. And, oh, I thought I was going to have enough room to turn around and hit him, but that's alright, we can afford to take that hit and keep on progressing in the game. We are done with this sewer. We are out of the dumps. And we are visited by Breakman. He kind of reminds me of someone by the name of Proto-Man. That brings up an actually really interesting story. Proto-Man is a very mysterious figure in the Mega Man video game series. So, yeah, I have a little section dedicated to that because there's quite a bit of information about him. So check that out. But this battle's pretty easy as long as you just stay far enough away from him. He'll run towards you so you can just take that time to shoot at him like crazy and then slide underneath him when he gets close enough. Oh no! Right after we received the last elements! What, Dr. Light? What happened? Why are you so distressed? Wily ran off with Gamma! Wily spelled awkwardly. Oh no, but we need Gamma. We just spent all that time finding the elements of Gamma. And there's Wily and his stupid UFO Metroid-looking thing ship. And there they are, the eyebrows. Gotta love that eyebrow wiggle. Wily, you crack me up. So now we begin the Wily stages in this pretty cool castle. That's a pretty nice crib. More power to you, Dr. Wily. But, yeah, this stage isn't that bad. We're gonna grab this life over here. And Rush Coil. Oh, I never really explained Rush that much. He's Mega Man's pet, essentially. And I'll give some more info about him on that little spotlight, I guess you could say. Let me know if you guys like them. I've gotten some positive feedback on them. And, let me know if you just want me to incorporate it into the actual Let's Play or to have those optional segments. I like making them. They're actually pretty cool, and I like being informative like that. So, another thing about this level is there are a ton of E-Tanks. The Wily stages have so many E-Tanks. There are so many of them in this game. And, penguins! Even though they're attacking us, they're penguins! Game awesomeness, infinity. Any level that has penguins in it is pretty awesome. As I'm sure you guys know, I love penguins from Yume Penguin Monogatari. And, yeah, we're going to use our hard knuckle to break that barrier. And we can fly with Rush Jet up to get that E-Tank. The second E-Tank of the level already. And that's not the last. So, yeah. We're going to keep going. Hard knuckle becomes more and more important as the game goes on, which is kind of funny. It's cool that they actually incorporate all the weapons into the game, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna snipe this guy over here. It'd be pretty funny if I did like 360 ladder stall. To all of you who play COD, I'm sure plenty of you are like, oh, COD, that game sucks, blah, blah, blah. I like COD. I recognize that it's not a super top quality game, but it is a fun game. So, yeah, that's my little 2 cents about COD. Back to Mega Man. We've got these guys that are same to beat like always, except we have enough room to jump over them, which makes it even easier. And then we can just use Rush Jet to fly over this guy. And then we're going to use Rush Jet again here, because I don't like risking with these invisible blocks, with those spikes. And because we have 2 weapon refills right here. So, yeah, we're basically back to full Rush Jet. And we don't have to worry about that. And now we are at the boss. I believe it's called the Kame Goro Maker. I'm probably mispronouncing that badly. But it's basically a turtle making machine. It's actually pretty cool though. I like the turtle sprites in this game. And a lot of people say Shadow Blade is its weakness, but Topspin is awesome for this fight because it's so easy to hit them and it's a 1-hit KO, whereas Shadow Blade is 2 hits. And you'll see that they kind of drop their shell and then they just fly all over the place. And it only takes 5 hits and they're down. And I love the turtle sprite, it looks so cute. But this is like the Aqua boss of this game. In Mega Man 1 there was CW-01P, and in Mega Man 2 there was Bubble Man, and in this one there's the Kame Goro Maker. Oh gosh, I can't believe I tried to say it again. But now we are on Wily Stage 2 with more of these like trapdoors, and we're gonna grab that extra life. I like the purple background in this stage, I don't know why. I guess it just works for me. But here, I hate this part with all these like chomping things and the spikes. So I just like to use Rush Jet to just fly right past it all. And we're gonna scroll off these bees. Man, there are so many bees in this level. It's unbelievable. I absolutely hate them. They're ridiculous. And they cause so much lag on the screen. And once they hit Mega Man once, they just like literally swarm him and make it so much more difficult. So here we have some more weapon energy. Rush Jet is a huge part of this game, but we can get 2 more E-Tanks, as if I can actually like contact the sprite or something like that. And there we are. We are at one of my favorite bosses in this game. Well, actually in the series. And it is, you'll recognize him in a second. At least if you watch my Mega Man Perfect Boss Rush or the first one, it is the Yellow Devil! Different pattern from the first one. Actually, different model from the first one. The Yellow Devil has a really special place in the Mega Man series, so I'm excited to be facing off with him again. He's weak to the hard knuckle. This time he fires 3 shots, and he actually has a new pattern that I'll show you, that hopefully he'll show off to you guys. The graphics are, well, the graphic for him is different, and to be honest, I like the original Yellow Devil's look better. This guy kind of looks like a try-hard, like, muscle I don't know, Yellow Devil. Yellow Devil's been lifting weights, getting huge in the gym. And so there's the new pattern, as you can see. It's not too difficult to dodge, just involves a little bit more sliding, I guess you could say. And that brings it up. The sliding is actually really helpful for this battle because the blocks that appear two like rows, in the second row, I guess you could say, from the bottom, you can just slide right underneath them like that, instead of having to make like really tough, tight jumps. So that's good, and we are almost done. Take that! Oh, what, I missed? Darn it, that's alright. And just like that, the Yellow Devil is down! So, we'll be moving on to Wily Stage 3 in the next episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, become a hero and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. But until then, this has been Midnight Zero, and this mission is complete.
Megaman!
Breakman is an interesting character. My first time playing this game, I thought he was a Proto-Man imposter. However, Breakman is merely Proto-Man with a new helmet. Why he wears this new helmet now and not during all of his other interactions with Megaman beats me. But this brings up an enigma of this game, Proto-Man. Proto-Man makes his first appearance in the series in Mega Man 3, and he couldn't have made his first appearance a more puzzling one. We see him attack us 3 times in Hardman's, Magnaman's, and Shadowman's stages. However, he helps us in Gemini's Man stage and attacks us as Breakman after we defeat the Dock robots. And lastly, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, he saves us from a collapsing building after we defeat Wily. This confusion has led to many theories about Proto-Man. Some say he's truly evil, like in the cartoon series, and works for Wily. As a result, we are to believe that Proto-Man truly intends to harm Mega Man during their battles. However, what about Gemini Man stage and the spoiler? Well, some say that Gemini Man stage and the spoiler are the results of Proto-Man struggling with the differences between good and evil, and that it could also be his feelings for his brother Mega Man. Some Mega Man fans say Proto-Man is neutral, working neither for Wily nor Light, but only acting out of self-interest and based on unknown motives. However, some Mega Man fans believe Proto-Man is indeed good throughout the game. They believe the bouts with Mega Man are to train or strengthen Mega Man, and the other appearances are pretty self-explanatory when you assume Proto-Man is good. However, this theory fails to explain the reason for the mask. Actually, no theory really explains the reason for wearing the mask as Breakman. Proto-Man makes many more appearances in the Mega Man series, and his stance between good and evil changes from game to game, becoming more and more definitive. So we'll talk about them when we get to those games. The Kame Goro maker is a machine that produces Kame Goros, or turtles. Kame Goro comes from the Japanese words Kame, which means turtle, and Goro, which is the Japanese term for a grounder in baseball. As some of you might know, Kame is also a word in the Dragon Ball Z series, based off of Mr. Roshi, who actually wears a shell like a turtle. And in Mega Man, the Kame Goros were originally created to check the quality of the water, and destroying 5 of them causes the Kame Goro maker to self-destruct. It is weak to both the Shadow Blade and Topspin, as both are one-hit KOs. If left in the water for too long, the Kame Goros will shed their shells, which act as obstacles for Mega Man, and the Kame Goro swims faster, increasing the difficulty of the battle. As a result, when fighting the Kame Goro maker, we are going to try to destroy the Kame Goros as fast as possible. The Yellow Devil is one of my favorite bosses in the Mega Man series. In the first Mega Man game, the Yellow Devil appears as the first non-robot master boss we fight. He is able to separate into blocks and reassemble elsewhere using advanced Wily technology. His eye is his only weak point and moves around on the Devil's upper body. In Mega Man 3, we fight the Yellow Devil MK2, a new model of the Yellow Devil. This model not only looks different but also fights differently. This time around, its eye reappears in a fixed position. Its disassembled body can move onto the other side of the screen in 2 different patterns, and it fires 3 projectiles after reassembling instead of 1. This time the Yellow Devil is weak to Hard Knuckle. though almost every other Yellow Devil-like boss has an electric weakness. The Yellow Devil is just the first of a series of devil models that will show up in future Mega Man games.